Greetings and salutations, I'm the Timinator, and today I'm going to be continuing our series in Unity tutorials on Unity tutorials, how to use Unity and stuff. So last time we were building terrains and such. Now we need to continue with that. So we need to get the smooth tool with here and smooth off the path that we made. So it's the first time we're using the smooth tool. You just do that. Same brush, brush size, same, opacity, probably the same. And we just simply, smooth it down. Not that hard actually. It's probably figured out really easily. Okay. Alright, there we go. That's done. Now the next thing, if we looked at our tree right here, in my opinion it needs to be a little bit higher, but bring up our brush size just around these, edges and such. And like I said, last episode or part, whatever you want to call it, I'm gonna do a lot off camera. So that's basically, all we're gonna do with that for now, But actually, I will show you how to make your mountains look a little bit more interesting. Right now they don't look like mountains, they look like little smooth hills type things. You want to make them rigid, like they have erosion and things like that on them. So what we want to do is we want to go to the height and change our brush to this one. I think this one would probably be the best. And we'll actually bring our opacity down kind of lower, bring it down like 15 or something, and just kind of brush it along. Alright, I gotta change the music here real fasty. There we go. And if you didn't know, actually, I lived in Africa for several years, like 5 years of my life. So I'm a big fan of African music. I'm listening to the spirit of Africa right now. Actually, I don't even know how to do an African accent. Like a South African accent, maybe. I've never actually tried that before. I can do their Australian accent pretty well, Indian accent, I like to bubbly heady, If there's any viewers that don't get offended, I do. Everyone accents, I do. I even make fun of my own hometown's accent. We're like really redneck, so don't get offended if I make accents. I just, I'm not, classifying any, culture like that. I make fun of my culture, so, you shouldn't be offended by that. If you are, whatever. You can show you're fine. Alright, I'm not racist. And it's not racist unless you make it racist. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, I'm kind of just rambling right now. So that's basically how you do that. And it makes these rigid edges. Alright? It's pretty fun to do, actually. Another thing you can do, you can get from another tool here. This one, it adds, these little tiny little peaks and random little peaks here and there, and that's a little bit too much. See, like that and such. Add some more irregularity to your terrain. So there you go. I just showed that off a little bit. So there's other brushes that you can use as well. If you want a very bumpy, you can do this, and it will make your terrain look very you have a little bumpy terrain to move through. It's actually kind of cool if you look at it. And we might actually do that somewhere here around. We might actually do that right there. Just a little bit bumpiness for the terrain. If you like that, you can do that. We're not. We're probably not going to do that. Maybe just a little bit. Yeah. Not really. I'm just playing around at this moment. Okay. So yeah, I just showed off a couple brushes. You can experiment with that on your own time. But right now we're going to start setting up our character, first-person controller. So first thing we want to do is actually come out of that. I don't want that brush hanging around. And I have to change this like every 3 seconds. I'm sorry. So come over here to not there. What am I doing? And character controllers over here, and find first-person controller right here where my cursor is, and take it and thus drag it right there. Okay, and double click it in our hierarchy, and you will zoom in on it some. Press W for the move tool up, because if we let it play there, it'll fall through the floor, and that's not very pleasant. Okay, so there's a few problems when you start with the first-person control. One, it does that. Secondly, this is the field of view. You can only see this far.